Hey, what's going on YouTube? So today I'm gonna go over some of the parts, basically building a computer for my friend. So he's already had, he's got an old computer which was running an Intel i5 third gen processor perfectly fine. The only problem is his motherboard died. So I'm actually building a computer around that particular processor that he already owns. Because I'm fairly sure that the processor itself is perfectly fine. And to start this process, I'm building a gaming PC. So before he used to game on iGPU, which was on an i5 processor. Nothing wrong with it, just because he plays many of the basic games, doesn't require crazy graphics intensive stuff, but he would like to dive into a little bit more in depth. So what we're gonna do is we got about $400 budget where we're gonna go over all the parts. We're gonna get all the parts and get a motherboard that actually works with that particular CPU. Kind of hard to find the motherboard, but I ended up finding ASRock motherboard, which was M80X. That's still not here, so the first part we have today is the EVGA 500 watts power supply. So let's go and do unboxing of that. Alright, so today's going to be the unboxing of EVGA 500 watts power supply. This is a 500B, which is for bronze, and it's 80+ certified. And of course 500, so 500 watts. What do we have in the back? So of course you got some serial tag information up here. Other than that, in the back it gives you all the additional stuff as far as quiet fans. It's got one rail. It's a single rail power supply, which is really nice. And it's got a good warranty on this. EVGA makes a really good power supply, so that's what we got. It's a 80+ bronze certified, 3 years of warranty on this thing. So I don't see anything going to be wrong with this for quite a long time. As you can see, that's the specs right over there, and the phone is keep. So I'm using Nexus 6 to record this, and also using one-handed operation, which usually doesn't go that well. So if it's a little bit shaky, it's due to that reason. Let's try to open up this packaging here. It's not too bad. There we go, #1 seller in US, the NVIDIA cards. Well, I guess it's NVIDIA cards because that's all they make is NVIDIA card and not AMD cards. So, but they still make a really good NVIDIA card, so you do have to give them a credit for that. We're still trying to... God, plastic. Woo! Trying to take this out. There we go. We got a little protective seal over here, which we're gonna try to open it up, hopefully without ripping the box. God, why do they do that? Why they don't have the easy access thing as Amazon does? Amazon. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to put this camera down, or at least do it this way, where I'm gonna have to cut this thing. See, I should have done this before. It would have been a little bit easier on me. But, whew, there we go. Got this thing apart. Let's go back into landscape and just open this. So, it's a power supply. How much exciting that would be, huh? First of all, we have the universal paperwork, 500, 600, 700 watts. So whatever the hell you get, you're probably going to receive exactly the same paperwork. Plug the thing into the thing, and the thing would start working. So let's keep that on the side. All the cables. So one-sided right here, of course, your power adapter goes into power supply to wall, Let's keep that on the other side. And we got all kind of stuff, but just to give you a little bit of a glance, we do have 380, which I'll be doing unboxing probably a little bit. I wanted to verify the motherboard is gonna be okay with that particular CPU. I know it is supported. I went into their website, ASRock website, and make sure that that it was supported, so that shouldn't be a problem. Got a little jumper cable. That's nice. I never seen actually someone providing a power supply testing or jumper cable, which is cool. I mean, if you don't have it, you know, you can always make your own, but EVGA likes to provide that. And I'm gonna go back into this mode where I can't see anything, because I'm gonna try to take this out. There we go, and my finger right in the middle. But that's a power supply right there. Standard regular ATX power supply. We got honeycomb mesh on the back, and you also have of course have the switch for on and off. 0 is for off, 1 is for on, I guess. And then you got 120 mil fan, which is right there. You got a little plastic with the EVGA logo. So yeah, again, fairly standard power supply. Gonna be using it, and this, hopefully everything works out properly, and this will actually go into the case, which is the Source 210. Fairly standard case, fairly basic case, but it's made by NZXT. It's a really good case, and I'll go over that later on. I don't want to untangle the cable as of right now, but you, because of 500 watts, definitely be able to, good enough for an i5 with 380, no problem. Has all the cords they need, SATA, Molex, your 4-pin connector to, if your motherboard supports 8, you should be okay with that as well. If the graphics card supports 6 and 8, you're perfectly fine with that as well. As you can see, 8 is right there. Now this is more for your motherboard, 4-pin or 8-pin in some of the newer motherboard cases. But there you go, there you have it. That's gonna be a wrap up for our first video. I'll be doing a series of these, feel like, and I have some of the other stuff, other parts that I've already placed an order for. Some of them are here, some of them are not, and we kind of started off with the really basic stuff, which would be a power supply, yet it's a really essential part of any computer, and you always wanted to have a really good power supply, and you don't want to cheap out on the power supply, because this, if this goes bad, then you can ask my other friend. His name is CoolieX, and his computer almost caught on fire because his power supply was dying, and that was a long story. End up changing a power supply, and everything worked fine. I'm glad. But yeah, so you always want to have a good power supply, starting with good stuff. And that's what it's all about. We're gonna make a really nice computer for about $400 with i5, 8 gigs of RAM, R9 380 with 4 gigs of DDR5 RAM. So we're gonna make a really good computer. And if you guys have any questions, any comments, anything like that, please comment down below. Other than that, see you next time.